MyLocalRadio.com presents this video stream of the Wyoming 3A West Volleyball Regional Tournament here in Mountain View this afternoon on MyLocalRadio.com. We welcome you aboard, and we'd like to thank our sponsors of this broadcast. Thank you to Pet Mineral Labs, to Outer Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet of Evanston, to Plains Tire, Rocky Mountain Yeti, to Rocky Mountain Sign and West Star Printing, to Achieve Sports Medicine, Reese Auto Service of Lyman, Evanston Regional Hospital, McKay Franken DDS, Wyoming Dental Specialties, and by MyLocalRadio.com. Those are all of our sponsors here. We welcome you to the third match of this tournament, featuring the Big Piney Lady Punchers going up against the Powell Lady Panthers here in Mountain View High School in Mountain View, Wyoming this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it very much. We would like to let you know that in the first two matches of this tournament, the number one seed in the state, Lyman Eagles, came out and beat up on Lovell. They beat in 3 sets to advance Lyman into the championship bracket, and that put Lovell in a game that will start at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. In match number 2, it was the Warland Warriors against the Pinedale Wranglers. Pinedale came away with a win in 4 sets. I didn't get a score on the first set. The second set was 25-20 in favor of Pinedale. The third set, 25-16 in favor of Warland. And in 4, it was Pinedale with the victory, 25-11. So Pinedale will go up against Lyman this afternoon in the championship bracket at 4 o'clock this afternoon here in this regional tournament. While Warland dropped down, they will go against Lovell in the consolation bracket. Their game will start at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Lovell at Warland. And of course, we'll have that action for you right here on MyLocalRadio.com. So you can see the teams out warming up a little bit. And it looks like Big Piney will be in the white and red, in their red jerseys, while the Powell Lady Panthers will be in black jerseys here in this match. Coach for the Powell Lady Panthers is Randy Bonander. The coach for the Big Piney Lady Punchers, Tiffany Carver, as they have brought their teams into this 3A West regional matchup here in the state of Wyoming. And we're proud to bring it to you here on MyLocalRadio.com. As you can see, we're about a minute away from the opening serve. And while we're waiting for that to happen, we'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, and that would be Bridger Valley Electric. They're your Touchtone Energy Cooperative. Congratulations and good luck to all who are involved in the 3A Regional Volleyball Tournament this week. Bridger Valley Electric, another of our fine sponsors from here in the southwest corner of the state. And at Ready Services, ReadyServicesLLC.com. They're serving all of your industrial needs with locations in Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, and Texas. A big corporation in a little town of Lyman, Wyoming. So, Ready Services helping us with this broadcast today here on MyLocalRadio.com. Looks like the Lady Punchers from Pinedale will be on the left side of your screen here at MyLocalRadio.com, while the Powell Lady Panthers will start this match on the right side of your screen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here for this season culminating 2018 3A West Regional Volleyball
3A West Regional Volleyball
Championship.
action from here in the state of Wyoming. MyLocalRadio.com. About to introduce the starting lineup. Number 14, Sierra Keeter. Joycelyn, number 16, Xavier Sombrano. A freshman, number 25, Hannah Hansen. Jacoby Hibbert, number 10 for the Punchers. And number 1, Chandler Jones. And the libero is Rachel Foster. That is the Pinedale Lady Panthers. Number 22 will round out the starting lineup. That is Shelby Hatch. 4 starting freshmen for the Big Piney Punchers. Now for the Powell Lady Panthers. Number 10, Sabrina Schupman. Senior libero, Ashton Henney. Number 2 is Aubrey Stenerson. Number 5, Natalie Ostermiller. Number 11 is Jaslyn Haney. And Hartley Thorington. Devin Curtis, number 14, wearing number 14 on the black jerseys for the Powell Lady Panthers. So for the Panthers, it will be Henney, Stenerson, Ostermiller, Schupman, Haney, and Thorington. For the Big Piney Lady Punchers, it will be Jones, Foster, Hibbert, Kiter, Banks, Zambrano, Hatch, and Hansen. Teams meet at the middle of the court. Ready to get this, the third match of this regional volleyball tournament underway. Big Piney Lady Panthers against the Powell Lady Panthers. Big Piney Lady Punchers against the Powell Lady Panthers. That's a lot of P's, you know. Panthers, Punchers, Piney, Powell. Easy to get confused, I guess. The down judge is checking the lineups to make sure everything is kosher for the Panthers. Getting the play underway. First Bank is another of our sponsors. They're a division of Glacier Bank. First Bank supports local community and student success. Visit a First Bank branch today. They have them all over Wyoming and other states as well. It's First Bank. Looks like the Punchers will have the first serve. They're going to send Chandler Jones back. She is a junior. Chandler with the... She'll come in from the left side of your screen, and we're underway. Match number 3 in 3A West Regional action in the state of Wyoming. Volleyball, mylocalradio.com. Set to the middle and falls out of bounds. So the Punchers pick up first score. Again, it's Jones with the serve. This one dug out, hits the rafters. Somehow they got that back into play. And after a wild play, they had to go way back behind the back line and bring that ball back into play. They get it over the net, only to earn the point. So it's all tied up at one apiece. As the Panthers take over the serving, Punchers get it across the net. It's set, it's hit hard, it's out of bounds, and the serve goes back to the Punchers. 2-1 early in this first set. Best of 5 matchup against the Powell Lady Panthers and the Big Piney Lady Punchers. Punchers with the serve. Powell digs, sets. Big Piney digs it up, sets up an offense, and they knock it cross court out of bounds and tie up the score once again, giving the Panthers the serve back. The Panthers are going to bring in number 3, Gabby Metzler, a junior. She is going to go back to take over the serving duties for the Panthers. 2 serving 2. Punchers dig it out, set up their offense. Hit it across, but saved by the Punchers. Back to the Punchers. Now the Panthers. working on their offense. A little blooper over to a corner of the court that wasn't covered by the punchers, and the point goes up for the home team. That would be the Powell Panthers. 3 serving 2. Panthers on top. Four serving 2. Quick point off the serve. Little blooper over the net. Panthers set up an offense and knock down the kill. Huge hit from number 12, Hartley Thorington. Big, powerful hit, drives it to the floor. And point number 5 for the Panthers. 5-2, first set action. Dug up, set up. And the third hit doesn't take it over the net. A bit of an error from Hannah Hansen. Falls down for point number 6 for the Panthers. Hansen digs it out, puts it across the net, and immediately put back by the Panthers and down to the ground for point number 7, 7-2. Panthers in control, and it looks like the punchers are going to call a first time out here on mylocalradio.com. So with early in the first set, it's 7-2 in favor of the Panthers. You're listening to 3A West Regional Volleyball action from the state of Wyoming, live from Mountain View, Wyoming, right here on mylocalradio.com. Back in 30.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Both teams out of that timeout a little bit early. Few seconds left on the clock as the Panthers back to serve again. 7 serving 2. Punchers dig it out, set it up. Middle of the net. Back and forth it goes. And the Panthers on a side hit. Instead of hitting it into the block, she punched it to the side. It went right over the top of the net and fell in for the 8th point for the Panthers. Point goes up for the Panthers. Again, back to serve. Metzler. Metzler hits it back across the net. Hansen hits it into the block, goes back to the punchers. They set it up, goes over the hands of the blockers and dug out by their libero, who sets up a hit from the middle of the court, and it falls down for the point. 10-2 in favor of the Panthers in this first set action from Mountain View High School this afternoon here on mylocalradio.com. And it's hit long and out. So it will be point number 11. 11 serving 2. Gabby Metzler with the serve for the Panthers. And knocked over by Jones for the punchers. And the kill comes right back down off the hands of number 11, Jaslyn Haney. Knocks down that power hit for the kill, and point number 12 for the Panthers. Metzler continues to serve, 12 serving 2. Long, way out of bounds, hit way hard. Rachel Foster with a big hit there from the back line of the punchers, and it goes all the way past the end line and gives a 13th point to the Panthers. Dug out, set up, hit across, and it falls in for a score. The 3rd point for the punchers. So they're down by 10 as they take over the serve. They're going to send Shelby Hatch back to serve It will be coming from the left side of your video. Dug up, set up, saved and put back into the puncher territory. Hit hard, dug up. It hit something in the rafters and came down at a weird angle, and the punchers couldn't get underneath it. I couldn't see what it hit, but it was up high in the rafters, and when it came down at an angle that was unexpected. So it's 14-3. Punchers on top, or the Panthers on top, excuse me. 14-3. Service error gives the 4th point to the punchers. They send Jacoby Hibbert back to serve. Panthers set it up and hit it out of bounds. Point goes to the punchers. So it's 5-14. Again, Hibbert with serve. Left side of the screen. Into Panther territory. Panthers hit it from mid-court. They set it up mid-court off to the side and knocked it in for the kill. Dropped it in that back corner of punchers territory and gave them another point. They continue to lead by 10 points, 15 serving 5. Ball coming in from the right side of the screen. And not quite dug out by the Panthers, and that gives the, not quite dug out by the punchers, gives the Panthers a 16-5 lead. I tell you, there's a lot of P's in this game. Nice dig, beautiful dig. But 3 hits and it's out. Another point goes up for the Panthers. It'll be 17-5. Listening to first set action of the 3rd match of the Wyoming 3A West Regionals here on mylocalradio.com. This is the Powell Lady Panthers with the lead at 17 over the Pinedale Lady Punchers with 5 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. Grazed the fingers of Xavier Zambrano, and the point goes up for the Panthers. Zambrano with the dig. Hibbert sets it up, and they kill. Kill goes down, I think it was number 25, that with a Hannah Hansen, knocking it in for the score. So the punchers take over the serve. 6 will be serving 18 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. Panthers dig it up, set it up. Good save by the punchers who get it back across. A whistle goes off. They gave the point to the Panthers. The Panthers bring in a couple of subs, including number 5, Ostermiller. She will take the ball back to take over the serve with 19 serving 6 here in this first set. It is the Panthers over the punchers at this point. And 20 serving 6. Point to the Panthers. Again, Ostermiller with the serve from the right side of your screen. And they're saying it goes out. Point to the punchers. Punchers will send Rachel Foster back with the serve. The serve will come from the left side of your screen. And into the net, a service error. It's 21-7 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. First set of action as the Panthers are leading the punchers. Panthers from Powell, the punchers from Big Piney. And the dig missed. Rachel Foster could not quite get underneath it to get control of it. 22-7. Having trouble getting the ball back to the server on the right side of the court. Henny with the serve for the Panthers. Punchers get it back into Panther territory. A back set. Haven't seen that yet from the punchers, and it worked. Kill goes down into the middle of the court, and it's 23-7. 2 points from first set victory here in Mountain View, 3A West tournament, state of Wyoming. Panthers took a lead and they have not let up. 23-7, 24-7. Set point. Set point for the Panthers as Ashton Henney goes back to serve once again for the Punchers, or the Panthers. Saved, back to Panther territory. And another set and a big hit, knocks it in for the kill, 25-7 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard as Powell takes the first match, or the first set, here in Mountain View this afternoon on MyLocalRadio.com. We're going to take a break, hear from some of our sponsors as we come back with set number 2 in just a couple of moments. You're listening to Wyoming 3A West Regional Volleyball action live from Mountain View, Wyoming on MyLocalRadio.com.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Set number 1 of this best of 5 match goes to the Powell Lady Panthers as they defeat the Big Piney Lady Punchers 25-7 in that first set. Coming up, second set action live from the 3A West tournament, State of Wyoming Volleyball. We're in Mountain View, Wyoming this afternoon. Proud to be with you. We're going to bring you every game of this 12-game tournament, every match. In the first game, it was Lyman victorious. The second game saw Pinedale be victorious. So that sets up an afternoon match at 4 o'clock this afternoon. An afternoon match at 4 o'clock will be Pinedale against Lyman right here in this gymnasium. In the meantime, we're in the middle of this match, getting ready for set number 2. As the down judge checks all of the lineups. And it looks like the Punchers will take the first serve. They send Aubrey Stenerson back to serve as they wait for the whistle. The line judge still talking to the Panthers coach down on the sidelines. Making sure everything's clear, and here comes the whistle. Ball comes from the left side of your screen. Dug out by the Punchers. A back set to the middle of the court. The hit is long, and a point is for the Panthers. Again, Stenerson with the serve. Big dig back over, right back to the Panthers, who don't even bother to set up an offense. They just kick it back to the punchers. Block off the hands of the block, goes out of bounds on the the Panthers side of the ball, and that puts the first point up on the board for the punchers in set number 2. So it's all tied at 1 apiece, and back to serve is Chandler Jones for the Lady Punchers. Tipped and still falls in. That will be a Panther point. I have to laugh at all of the P's in this, trying to keep these teams straight. The Powell Panthers, the Big Piney Punchers. No wonder I get tongue-tied at times. And they're going to send Gabby Metzler off the bench into the lineup so she can go back and serve for the Panthers. Ball will come from the left side of your screen at mylocalradio.com. Tried to dig it out, but it goes backwards, not forwards for the punchers, and falls down for the third point for the Panthers. 3-1 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. Set number 2. Panthers in command of this match, 1-0. Nice dig by the punchers. Set it up. Dug out by the Panthers. Big hit, goes off the heads, rolls across the ductwork at the top of the ceiling. Punchers somehow get it back to the Panthers side of the court. Some fancy work there. Back to the punchers, back to the Panthers. Panthers in black, the punchers in red. If I get tongue-tied, you can see for yourself which team's doing what. That went off of the support for the backboard for the basketball hoop. Wire support hangs from the ceiling, and when it came down at a weird angle. Made it look like Rachel Foster missed completely, but it was really the angle coming off that wire. But it was a point for the Panthers nonetheless. And now it's on the puncher side of the court as they set up the offense to the middle of the court. Dug out by the Panthers. Set up their own offense. Good dig, but it goes high and falls out of bounds for another Panther point. So 5 serving 1. The ball coming in from the left side of your screen at mylocalradio.com. Panthers in control of this one at this point, early in the second set. Punchers get it back. Dug up, set. Trying to get underneath it was Hannah Hansen. She couldn't quite get low enough as that ball came in so fast it was almost whistling. 6 serving 1. 5-point lead for the Panthers. Punchers get it in the air. They set it to the middle of the court. A little easy one over to the punchers who set up their offense. Hit it hard. It goes out of bounds across the end line. Point goes to the punchers. They'll take over the serve. Going to send Xavier Sembrano back with the serve. 2 serving 6. 4-point lead for the Panthers. The serve goes out of bounds across the end line. Point goes to the Panthers, and so does the serve. This time it's Ashton Henney that will be serving from the left side of your screen. 7 serving 2. Not quite underneath it. It goes off the side of her hands, Sambrano's hands, and it's 8-2 in favor of the Panthers. Nice little service by, and out of bounds off the tip of the finger of one of the punchers, and the point goes to the Panthers. So again, they'll send Henny back to serve. 9 serving 2. 7-point lead for the Panthers. And it falls in for the score. Nice little bit of offense there for the punchers. Big Piney will send Shelby Hatch back to serve. It'll come from the right side of your screen as 3 serves 9 in this second set. The Panthers with a 6-point lead. Nice block by the Punchers, sends it right back to the Panthers, who set their offense up again. Dug by Zambrano. Back to the Panthers, who hit it across the end line, out of bounds. They're calling for a tip of the finger, but the judges or the refs didn't see it that way. No, maybe they did. They just changed the scoreboard, made it 10-3 instead of 9-4. And the Panthers are back to serve. Number 21 is not on my roster. So anyway, 21 served. Panthers hit into a puncher block, set it back up. The Punchers hit it high. Third hit gets it back to the Panthers. They set up their offense. Blocked on the net, but saved by the Panthers, who get it back to the Punchers. And it falls underneath the net. The point goes to the Panthers. 11-3 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. .21 with the serve again. Punchers get it back to the Panthers. Panthers get it back to the Punchers. That's why they call it volleyball. Beautiful set, a hard hit, dug, but goes the wrong way. That was the momentum of the hit. Zambrano couldn't get underneath it for the Punchers, and the momentum behind the hit on that ball carried it into the back and rolled out of sight. Actually rolled down the little aisle by the bleachers and out into the hall. Now we're back in play. 21 again with the serve. Punchers set up their offense and knock it across the end line, giving the Panthers their 13th point in this, the second set. And the Punchers want a timeout. So with a 10-point lead, 13-3, the Panthers go to the sidelines. We would like to give a shout out to another couple of our sponsors. We really appreciate the folks that make it possible for us to bring you all these broadcasts at MyLocalRadio.com. And one of those would be the WyoChem Federal Credit Union. WyoChem Federal Credit Union supporting our local volleyball teams. They encourage all of the teams to rise up and win. The WyoChem Federal Credit Union. Also, a big thanks to Morgan Valley Polaris. Morgan Valley Polaris sees both new and used models. They sell both new and used models, including timber sleds, dirt bikes, Polaris side-by-sides, ATVs, and more. Find them at MorganValleyPolaris.com. Morgan Valley Polaris. Thank them for their sponsorship in these broadcasts at My Local Radio. As we come back to action, number 21 for the Panthers again with the serve. Panthers leading by 10, 13-3 over the Big Piney Punchers. The dig, the set, and a little bump over the net. Bad set for the Punchers, and the ball goes out of bounds. The point goes on the board for a bad set for the Panthers. The ball goes out of point for the Punchers. I hope you can keep this right. Punchers in red, Panthers in black. Okay. Serve out of bounds. Service error gives another 10-point lead as they look for a couple of people coming in, including number 5. Number 5, Natalie Ostermiller, comes in off the bench. She will take the ball back to begin the serve for the Panthers. 14. Nice dig by the Panthers. That alive. Yeah, number 10, Sabrina Schukman, went down low, saved that after it came off a ricochet from the block, and put it over for another point for the Panthers. 15 serving 4, 11-point lead. Punchers get it back to the Panthers. That is a set. Back to the Punchers. Blocked at the middle of the net. Number 14 that's Devin Curtis, a senior, right in the middle of the net. She hit that, did not allow that ball to cross the net. Put it right back into puncher territory for the 16th point of the set. Set number 2, 16-4 in favor of the Panthers over the Punchers. Dug out by Foster. The hit is long by Hansen and goes out of bounds across the end line. And it's 17-4. Again, it's Ostermiller with the serve for the Panthers. Almost killed, but dug out by Foster. Set. And the little blooper punched over the net by Xavier Zambrano. Falls in for point number 5 for the Punchers. And that will send Hannah Hansen back to serve. The ball will come from the right side of your screen at mylocalradio.com as the Punchers serve to the Panthers. Panthers set, hit, and it falls into the middle of the court. Panthers immediately take the ball right back and put the 18th point, their 18th point up on the scoreboard, mylocalradio.com. Panthers send Devin Curtis back to serve. The ball will come from the left side of your screen at mylocalradio.com. And it's long, out of bounds, point for the Punchers, and the serve will go right back to the Punchers. Looks like they're going to send Sierra Keeter back with the serve. And down for the kill, coming off the hands of Jaslyn Haney. That is point Panthers, 19-6 in favor of the Panthers. Back to serve is Aubrey Stenerson. Back to the Panthers. Instead of setting, she bloops it across, can't quite get underneath it. Hibbert tried to get down low, but couldn't get it. Went off the side of her hands and out of bounds for another Panther point. 20-6. It is the second set of the best of 5. This is match number 3 of the Wyoming 3A West Regional Conference, live from Mountain View, Wyoming this afternoon. We'll be here for all 12 games, 6 today and 6 tomorrow at mylocalradio.com. Point goes up for the Punchers. So it's 20-7 in favor of the Panthers. This is Jones with the serve for the Punchers. Set into the block, out of bounds, point Panthers. 21-7. Big hit by number 12. It's Hartley Thorington. She is a senior for the Powell Panthers. Went off of the block of the Punchers and out of bounds. So it's 21-7 now in favor of the Panthers. Serve goes right back to the Punchers, or to the Panthers. They get it down, it hits inbounds, and it's point Panthers, 22-7 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. 22-7. We have a bunch of kids wanting to be on camera, so they're showing off for us. That's okay. It's all part of the game. We love it. 23-7 with a kill there for the Panthers. Metzler with the serve. Right up to the net. Across. Punchers get it back to the Panthers. They set it up, middle of the net. Tried to kill it, but saved by number 25, Hannah Hansen. Into the screen and knocked down for another Panther point. 24. This is set point. It's 24-7. I just got a text message from Sean, who is calling the Buffalo Thermopolis game. He says Mountain View leads 21-0 on the My Local Radio scoreboard. That is a football score. First round playoff action here in Mountain View this afternoon. And that one is another Powell set, 25-7, 25-7. That was the score of both of the sets. Third set coming up. Best of 5 here as the Big Piney Lady Punchers are down by 2 to the Powell Lady Panthers. You're listening to Wyoming 3A West Regional Volleyball action live on mylocalradio.com.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Wyoming 3A West Regional Volleyball action here from Mountain View this afternoon. This is the third match of a 12-game tournament that is going on here in Mountain View, Wyoming. And while this tournament is going on in the gym, Mountain View is playing Thermopolis in the first round of the football playoffs on the field just outside of where we're sitting right now. And Mountain View has a 21-0 lead over Thermopolis in football action this afternoon. That is the score as of halftime that we know about. So, but right now we are going into set number 3 of this matchup between the Powell Lady Panthers and the Big Piney Lady Punchers. We are going into set number 3. The Panthers will be on the right side of the court, the Punchers back on the left side of the court, and the Panthers with a 2-0 advantage in this best of 5 match, as Big Piney will serve the ball. It's Chandler Jones bringing it in from the left side of your screen at mylocalradio.com. Panthers can't get it over the net, hit it into the net, and give a point to the Punchers to get this third set underway. Live from Mountain View, I'm Val Cook. Thanks for joining us. It's a lot of fun bringing you these tournaments. A hit into the net. Well, we'll give it a block. It could have been a block. It could have been into the net. Otherwise, anyway, no matter what it was, it is a point for the Punchers. So it's 2-0, set number 3, as Jones again with the serve for the Punchers. Dug up, set up, and powered down off the hands of Hannah Hansen onto the floor, and that gives the serve over to the Panthers and their first point of this third set. So 1 serving 2. I want to say it's Stenerson with the serve for the Panthers. Third hit gets it back to the Panthers. They set up right along the net. hook it in, couldn't get down quick enough, and tried to get her hand underneath it. Chandler Jones did, but couldn't get low enough as that ball came in quick. That ties up the score in third set action, 2 apiece as the Panthers serve. Big Piney sets it up, knocks it over, tried to keep it alive, but the third hit couldn't get it back across the net. And it's 3-2 in favor of the Punchers. Set number 3. Over the net on the third hit from the back line, and it goes in for the point. Ties the match up once again, ties the set up once again. The Punchers lead the match 2-0. We're in third set action as the Panthers take over the serve. This is Henny, I think. No, number 3, it's Metzler. Back with the serve. The ball will come from the right side of your screen at mylocalradio.com. Waiting for the down judge. She is talking to the scorer's table about something. While we're waiting, we will thank Crazy 8 Cafe on the east side of Highway 414 across from Benedict's Market in Mountain View. They're open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on Sunday from 8 until 2. Home of the world's largest cinnamon rolls, the Crazy 8 Cafe, one of our great sponsors here at mylocalradio.com. Okay, now the whistle. And the serve. And the dig. And it's over and hit into the net. Number 12, Hartley Thorington, hits it into the net and gives the point to the Punchers. They send Shelby Hatch back to serve. Set all tied at 3 apiece. 2. Oh, and they can't get it over. 3 hits, and it went down to the floor. Some good work right up close to the net for both teams. It just happened to fall in favor of the Panthers, so they send Jaslyn Haney back with the serve, leading by 4-3. Out of bounds, it goes to 5-3 in favor of the Panthers. Set number 3. Panthers leading 2-0. And the Punchers able to get it across, but it goes way across court. It lands out of bounds. And that will give the point to the Panthers. They keep the serve 6-3 now. Dug up. Hit way in the air, and a one-handed effort to get it across the net on hit number 3 for the Punchers doesn't work. So now it's 7-3 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. Again, Haney with the serve for the Panthers. And the service ace falls right in front of Haley Wilson, hits the floor, and another point for the Panthers. Haley comes out. They send Xavier Sembrano back in for the Punchers. And Haney serves again for the Panthers. Service error, out of bounds, off the end line. 8-4. Serve goes back to the Punchers, and they'll send Jacoby Hibbert back with the service honors from the left side of your screen into the Panthers. They set up their offense, but it's blocked. And back to the Panthers, who immediately hit it back, knocked it down. That was number 9, Rose Graft, a sophomore. She gets the ball back across the net, and it drops in for the 9th point for the Panthers. Their serve. It comes out of bounds, and it will be point number 10. Again, Panthers serving. Number 12 is Hartley Thorington. She will serve the ball from the right side of your screen at mylocalradio.com. Once the The down judge is back talking to the folks at the... I don't think they put that 10th score up on the board, and one of the coaches for Big Piney has joined the down judge at the scorers table, and they're making sure that the stats that they're keeping on the Big Piney bench are matching what should be up on the board. You know, when they made that last point, it took a long time for him to get that number 10 up on the scoreboard for the Panthers, and so I think they're just trying to sort it out. Now the down judge going to talk to the up judge and find out more about it. As we wait for their decision, let's remind you that Tiegler and Associates, they meet your insurance needs since 1943. At Tiegler and Associates, they're committed to long-lasting relationships and excellent service for years and years to come. Tiegler and Associates all across Wyoming. Here in Bridger Valley, call 307-787-6560 and talk to one of the great people in the Lyman office, Jenny and her crew. I've worked with them before. They're easy and fun to work with. You're watching the Wyoming 3A West Regional Volleyball Tournament on mylocalradio.com. Coaches being talked to by the down judge, the teams huddling up as the Big Piney Punchers in red on the left side of your screen are down by 2 sets to the Powell Lady Panthers in black on the right side of your screen. We're in the third set, and the Panthers from Powell lead 10-4 over the Punchers from Big Piney. The winner of this game will go on to play again tonight. That game is scheduled to start at 5:30, and they will play either Mountain View or Lander. Mountain View and Lander will be the 4th match of this tournament, and they will play right after these guys finish with their best-of-5 matchup. And if it keeps going the way it has been, it's going to be the Panthers, now leading by 5 points in set number 3. And like I said, they already have a 2-set advantage. They win this one, they'll win this match and advance to that game in the winner's bracket at 5:30 tonight. So coming up, it's scheduled to start at 2:30. Of course, this is tournament play, so rarely do games start when they're scheduled to. But at 2:30, Mountain View will take on Lander. That's the game following this one. Then it will be Lyman against Pinedale, and then the winner of this game will go against the winner of the Mountain View Lander game. We're back at it. Serve comes in from the Panthers. Panthers hit it into the net, give the point to the Punchers. I don't think I've used the letter P so much in my life. At least I can't remember ever doing it. And the Punchers send Hannah Hansen back with the serve. She hears the whistle coming in from the left side of your screen. Here's the serve. Panthers set up their offense. Hit it in, goes out. Past the end line. Point goes to the Punchers. Now a 3-point lead. Panthers were up by 4, but Punchers have been whittling back. Hansen again with the serve from the left side of your screen at mylocalradio.com. Panthers out again. Another point for the Punchers. They're getting some good looks and some good hits, but they're just not putting them down. They're floating on the Panthers and crossing that end line, giving the points to the Punchers. 8 serving 10, and that serve is a service error way past the end line. And now it's a 3-point lead for the Panthers as they take over the lead again. They're going to send in number 10, Schupman, and number 5, Ostermiller. Ostermiller takes the ball and goes back to serve. The serve will come from the right side of your screen. Panthers serving to the Punchers. Punchers dig it out, set it up. Nice dig by the Panthers to save the point. They set up their offense and dug out by Hansen on the back line. Nice little bloop jump up, knockdown job by Aubrey Stenerson right at the net. Some beautiful net play. She's able to put it in right at the feet of one of the Punchers and pick up the point. 12 serving 8, hits the net, a service error. It will be 9 serving 12 when the punchers get the ball. They're going to send back Sierra Keeter with the serve from the left side of your screen. Serve is long, service error, gives the ball right back to the Panthers. The lead is 2, 12 to 10. Off the tips of the fingers, point goes to the Panthers. No, they're having trouble with that scoreboard again. It's showing 14 to 9. 14 to 9. Now 15 to 9. Okay. Scoreboard was fluctuating back and forth, and I was watching it, and I missed the play, but now it is 15 to 9, and the Panthers still have the serve. That is Henny with the serve. Punchers get it back across. Panthers put it to the back line. Hansen digs it out. It's set. Saved by the Panthers. Nice little tricky save. Right in the middle. Number 22 is Shelby Hatch with a attempted kill. It was saved, and the Panthers put it back into the middle of the floor where nobody was for the punchers. And it's point Panthers. 16 serving 9. Panthers up by 2 sets to none. Leading 16 to 9 here in this third set. And it falls out of bounds for point number 17 for the Panthers. Took the first 2 games 25-7, 25-7, the first 2 sets of this match. And now they're leading 17 to 9 in set number 3. Blocked at the net. Nice block. And the punchers get it back across. The Panthers weren't set. It falls for the point. Punchers take over the serve. They send Chandler Jones back. The ball will be coming from the left side of your screen here at mylocalradio.com. Jimmy John's in Evanston and Rock Springs. They're freaky fast, freaky fresh. Always. It's Jimmy John's. Jones with the serve. In for the kill, for the ace, excuse me. Service ace, point. Punchers. 17 to 11, 6-point lead for the Panthers. Jones goes back for another serve. Oh, this time a service error. Goes from an ace to an error. Into the net. Point goes to the Panthers, and it's 18 to 11 as the Panthers step back to serve. Number 2, Stenerson. Dug out and way out of bounds across her own bench. She could not get to it. And she fell across her teammate sitting on the bench trying to get to it. And that was Zambrano. But it's 19 to 11 in favor of the serving team. The Panthers. Punchers get it back across. Panthers set their offense, a back set. Doesn't fool the punchers at all. They set it up. And it's over to the Panthers. Hansen digs it out from the back line. They get it across, dug out from the back line by Henny. And it goes back across, hits right down next to the sideline and falls in for point number 20 for the Panthers. Again, Henny with the serve. Nope, excuse me, it's Stenerson with the serve. Hit high, and hit number 3 gives another point to the Panthers. 21 to 11 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard here in Mountain View this afternoon. Match number 3 of the 3A West Regional Volleyball Tournament here in the state of Wyoming. Right here on mylocalradio.com. And out of bound, point goes to the Punchers. Punchers send Zambrano, Xavier Zambrano, serving. Dug up and knocked down, 22-12 in favor of the Panthers, who take over the serve again. They are going to send number 14 in. That is Devin Curtis. Number 3 goes in. That is Gabby Metzler. Metzler takes the ball and goes back to take over the serving duties. 10-point lead for the Panthers, 22-12. There's the serve, the dig, the set. The hit and the block. Out of bounds. Point goes to the Punchers. Punchers will send Shelby Hatch back to serve. 13 serving 22. Dug out, set up, back to the Punchers. Little bloop on their own. They're saying into the net. Called one of the Punchers in the net and gave the point to the Panthers, and the serve goes back to the Panthers. They'll send Jaslyn Haney. Haney back with the serve, 23 serving 13, and immediately hits it into the net. Service error. Turns the score 14-23 as Jacoby Hibbert comes in. She'll take the serving duties over for the Punchers. Coming from the left side of your screen, into the net. Service error, 24. This is match and set point in favor of the Panthers. They took the first 2 sets, 25-7, 25-7. Now we're at 24-14. The serve comes across. Punchers handle it. Cross to the Panthers. Setting up their offense. Out of bounds. Point goes to the Punchers. It's 24-15. But still, set and match point in favor of the Panthers. (24-15). 15 is serving 24. Panthers dig. Set to the back line. Knock it in, and they're saying it falls in. Line judge, excuse me, line judge says it goes in, so 25-15. And the Powell Panthers take the match, 25-7, 25-7, 25-15. Up next, we're going to have the Mountain View Buffaloes against the Lander Tigers. That will be match number 4 from the Wyoming 3A West Regional Volleyball Tournament. So stay tuned to mylocalradio.com for that. You'll be able to find that. There's going to be about a 15-minute break. That match is scheduled to start at 2:30. So, but they give the teams about 15 to 20 minutes to warm up. So we will stop this stream and we will start stream number 4 of this tournament action right here on mylocalradio.com. Again, a 3-set win in favor of the Lady Panthers over the Big Piney Lady Punchers. It was 25-7, 25-7, 25-15 in this, the 3rd match of the 3A West tournament. I'm Val Cook. I'd like to thank our sponsors: Pet Mineral Labs, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Plains Tire, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Rocky Mountain Sign, West Star Printing, Achieve Sports Medicine, Reese Auto Service, Evanston Regional Hospital, McKay Frankham DDS, mylocalradio.com, and Wyoming Dental Specialties. We'll be back on a new stream with Mountain View and Lander in about 15 minutes, live from Mountain View. You're listening to Wyoming 3A West Regional Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.